What's good, NoDream Nation? It's NoDream JL saying once again, welcome back to the podcast. The episode you're about to listen to is actually one of my favorites. It's an older one that we were never going to release. We actually have a lot of unreleased content that we don't release for various reasons, but with this one, the camera shut off in the middle of the recording. But you know what? You guys deserve this. It's still a funny episode. We talked about talent versus effort and a lot of other stuff. So make sure to follow our Instagrams to keep up to date. Those will be down below in the description, and to subscribe because we're so close to 100 subs. We're going to be dropping music, extra content. We have some stuff planned. Our logo designs are almost finalized so we can do merch, and I'm so excited for the future, which we'll talk about as well in this podcast. So hit that like button before you go if you can't stay, and I guess that's it. Enjoy the show. Hey guys, welcome back to the NoDream podcast. I have no clue what episode this is. And also, if you haven't noticed, they don't really know what we look like, now that I think about it.
They know what you look like.
Yeah, I guess. Like, you guys kind of know what we look like. But if you haven't noticed, we have a new member now as part of NoDream. Go ahead, introduce yourself however you want to.
My name is Ethan.
Yeah, let's go. Ethan's going to be joining us from now on. He's a great inclusion. He's very, business-minded. He aspires to make this group something better than what it is currently, which I really admire. So we're going to be glad to be working with him. He's going to be joining us on the podcast and on music, too. So really looking forward to that. So how is everybody? Good?
Let's start on the left side.
Oh, okay. It's been okay. I got to go to work this morning. Came home. I went to sleep.
Nice.
It's been pretty good.
That's JoJo's under your
Oh,
character's
yeah.
side.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah. That's tough.
R.I.P.
Yeah. John, how are you?
Are we skipping you?
Yep.
I'm not gonna. Remember when?
Kyle.
I was about to be like, remember when you and Kyle fought over going?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Are we cutting that?
Nope. All right, go ahead. How are you?
Yeah. It's been interesting lately. I've been getting a lot of sleep, almost too much. Like,
What?
I go to bed at a regular time. I go to bed at a regular time, go to work, and then I'll get home and I'll just take like a 5-hour nap. So
Ethan's been talking about how much sleep he doesn't get.
What?
Something might be wrong with me. I don't know.
You said I've been getting sleep almost too much, really.
No, for real. It has been
5
too
hours
much.
nap.
Even then, like I find it hard to wake up for work still. So I'm thinking
That's
something
bad.
might be wrong with me. That's hopefully not.
Quite possibly.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just like a vitamin D deficiency and not
I don't
like
know.
multiple sclerosis.
I don't know what that is.
It's not good.
Oh. But yeah, we're just gonna skip that. So yeah, I've been doing pretty good. Yeah, just been chilling all day. Basically. So I'm good.
Wow.
Cool.
What an insightful segment.
Nothing
On to
interesting
the
really
next.
happened.
But you're kind of mad though because like we moved your entire.
Oh yeah. Okay, so guys, if you don't know, I don't have a bed. I have a futon, and if you don't know what a futon is, it is a black couch that I sleep on.
It's why we're sitting.
This is my bed. So his butt is where my head is when I go to sleep. So I
And
can't.
we just drank chocolate milk.
Yeah. Anyway, so for today's topic, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Since we don't have anything much in like terms of pre-show type things, because everybody's been pretty. I know you've been busy with work, like a lot recently. Like Chick-fil-A is working like you guys hard, you too. And then you work at the Wire Factory. How's that been?
It's as boring as ever.
For real?
Yeah, I want to sleep there too. But
Weren't you on like a work shortage or something?
oh yeah, it kind of like went like I guess we're getting more orders now, so it's kind of picking back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was getting some days off because of that, which is kind of nice, I guess.
Nice.
More sleep.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting really sick of this job in some regards, but I'm gonna stick to it.
What do you do?
The same thing over and over.
Didn't you say you just put like the wires inside of the line thing and then?
I'm assembling the parts that like you plug into buses. So like Bluebird, that's the line I work on. We make wires for like Bluebird buses.
So if you mess up,
yeah, I kill kids.
if you,
Oh my god.
can we say?
No, they
can
probably
say that,
won't.
yeah.
They probably won't bring it off the block if it's messed up. So
All right, nice. But like I said, we don't have that much in terms of pre-show. So for today's podcast topic, we're just going to talk about progression. And actually, we meant like starting out with like season 1 of the podcast. The only one of us who ended up giving our testimonies was me.
Really?
Yeah, and like our goal is to get everybody to give theirs eventually.
I thought somebody else did theirs too.
So you guys got to see how I progressed, like kind of how I grew up, some of the things I went through. But you haven't heard anything else from these guys. So we're just going to talk about progression, like some of the ways we grew up, some of the things we had to overcome to get to this area where we're at now, and some of the things we're going to do in the future to get to where we want to be. So I think this is a pretty good topic. I mean, I know a lot of people struggle with decision making, I guess that's it. Like, in order to progress, you have to choose to do so, right? Like, you can choose to not do something and stay where you're at, or you can choose to make a conscious decision and put forward action and actually do things. So how would you guys rate yourselves in terms of, decision making?
When I was a kid, super low. Like, super low. But now, especially since senior year of high school, I think I've been very, for me, it's like I can set a goal and I can see the end of it.
Yeah.
But it's the in-between part that I have a hard time being motivated to do.
Yeah.
So right now, if I continue with what I'm doing, I'll be 19 working at a dealership already, headed to my career job.
Nice.
And by the time I'm 21, I'll be ASE certified and hopefully working for some nice dealership. So.
Wow. Yeah. What about you, Kirby?
I've always been kind of indecisive sometimes. I want to do one thing, but you know what? Actually, I like doing this too. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I like to do, so I don't really know for sure. I mean, I have one path I'm on kind of right now with IT and everything, but I don't really know exactly where to go with it because I don't like it super. I don't like it a lot, but I can tolerate it for money and career wise.
That's how I was with my automotive course. Was just I really wanted to get into cars and stuff, but then there were several months right after I graduated where I was just I really don't want this. I just want to do music for a career. But then I got kind of back into cars, and I was this is going to be good because I enjoy doing it. I want to have a trade, and then hopefully in the future I can be doing music for my career. So
yeah, nice. I mean, you want to go or should I go?
It doesn't matter.
You're right. It really doesn't. With me, I don't know. The way I used to be, it was I would have considered myself more of a calculating type, if that makes sense. I was more of a thinker, before I took an action, and that's all I was. There's balance, right?
Then by the time you could have reached that goal,
yeah.
you're sitting there thinking about it.
So ideally, you would be both of it, right? You'd be a thinker and a go-getter, right? But the way I used to be was all thinker. So I would sit back and when is the right time? When is the right time? What is the right path I should take? And I missed out. It was in high school too, so I missed out on so many opportunities. If we would have started doing all this NoDream stuff in high school, the reach we would have had would have been insane. And then it wasn't until the last few weeks of senior year that I became the more go-getter type, but less of the thinker. So I guess where I'm at right now personally, I've achieved a pretty good balance. Acting, my actions and my brain is working together in sync. As far as the path to getting to where I want to be, I don't know what that looks like exactly. I guess you just gotta take it step by step, cause I know what I want. I'm pretty sure we all have the same concept of where we want NoDream to be, but I don't know exactly how we're gonna get there and what that looks like and what every single step is gonna look like. And I guess planning that out kind of helps, but even then, things change. Life is a constant. Things are constantly moving. So I don't know exactly what my future looks like. I know what I want to do, and what I want this to be, but I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna get there.
What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? I don't know. Like you said, being gifted with a lot of things.
yeah, that's the thing is, even if you don't exactly see where this could go,
Yeah.
being more known for this type of stuff it can open doors for things. That's how most
Yeah.
people make a good careers, because they start off with something and they go to another thing. Most people who are high up in their career making good money is because they've done so many jobs. They went with this, then with this, then with this, it just opened more and more opportunities for them.
You get new skills.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, just being willing to take chances and going out on a limb to do things and putting yourself in uncomfortable situations will open up crazy amounts of doors. Like, I remember my mom started making me go to like this men's breakfast in the beginning, back when I was in middle school. And like, you had to wake up at like 6 something. And growing up, I didn't really have a father figure. Well, I had it for like a certain amount of time, and then after that, nope. So my mom wanted me to be around more like guys, more male figures. And then I remember it ended up going there, and then I spoke like once. And one of the guys, he invited me to this men's conference. Yeah, whoa. And then, yeah, so they heard me speak or whatever, and they invited me to a men's conference. But not only did they invite me to this men's conference, and it was at the Macon Center. Was it at the? Yeah, it was at the Macon. No, it was at the Agricultural Fairgrounds. So it was pretty big. Like the place was filled, and they had like Tony Evans, his son was speaking, and they had like all these big people. The mayor was speaking there, and not only did they pay for my ticket to get into this conference, but they gave me like a backstage pass where I could go into the room where all the big speakers were. So like I remember the mayor was chilling in there, the fire police chief was chilling in there, Tony Evans' son was chilling in there. Like all these big speaker people were chilling in there. And I got to go in there as like a middle schooler and just hang out with them and kick it with them and ask them questions and about where they were, how they got there, and that sort of thing. So even though in the beginning it was kind of hard, like imagine, I'm a middle school kid. I didn't want to wake up at like that early. Like at 5 or something in the morning when I already had to go to school. But I mean, I've been going since this year. Well, the whole COVID thing changed a lot of it. But yeah, I mean, just being able to put in the work and the effort. Like, I have a car now, and that's because they gave that to me. And that was a graduation present. But yeah, I mean, if I wouldn't have kept going, then I wouldn't have a car. I would have been blessed like I was. So yeah. Nice. John, what about you?
I'm like the opposite. I don't think about stuff very often.
What?
Well, like for the future.
Oh.
I think about trivial stuff and like I overthink it just to kill time mainly, though it works. Anyway.
Just to kill time at work.
I be thinking deep. I be like thinking about the weirdest things when I'm at work too.
I don't think of the weirdest things. I'm always thinking of
Yeah, I be thinking
a
about
new song. I don't know why. Like I'm always thinking. Either I find a really good melody that I'm like, I wish I could lay this down right now.
I can't do that.
Or I find really good lyrics, and so I like, run to the break. I'm just like,
Yeah, that's what I was
gonna
gonna say.
all the time.
Basically, I got where I am now because senior year I was about to graduate, and my mom was like, "What are you gonna do?" I was like, "Oh." And so then she was just like, "Just go to MGA." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, nice.
And so I
That's kinda how
started
my
going
sister
here.
was.
Yeah. To MGA or whatever,
Well, that's how. Like around senior year. I
Yeah,
was like,
right.
"Hey, what am
It's
I
like
doing?"
I really
Yeah.
don't know where I'm going, so I'll just go here. So I'm just kind of chilling there. My mom has like been like, "Hey, do you maybe want to go away to college?" And I thought about it, but it's also like I don't really know what I want to do, and I'm not gonna go away and like spend all this money if
Yeah.
it's just gonna be like, I don't like this. I'm gonna go back home.
And then a lot of the degrees and a lot of the same
Whereas,
programs are in state too.
right, and MGA is just like cheap. So.
Yeah, it is cheap. They
Yeah.
have a lot of the same colleges. I don't know if the level of teaching is the same, but I mean they have a lot of the same colleges.
Yeah, I'm weird though. I'll try to like do something new on a whim, mostly.
Yes.
And then like I'll lose passion for it really quick.
Yeah, that's
Like I'll just be like sitting there and I'll be like, bro, I wish I was buff, yo. And I'll start working out and it's like, a few like days later.
That's how it was with my automotive. Like I was saying, like I stopped. Like I didn't want to for a couple months, but then when I actually went into the class and saw what we were doing, I was like, oh yeah, I kind of like this now.
Right, yeah.
All right. So interesting question. Wait, were you done or did you want to? Like the way you just looked at
Was
me.
I gonna say anything else?
Yeah, I feel like you have one more thing to say.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
You got about 2 more things to say.
Yeah, like the way I was about to ask a question, but then you looked at me. You're like, bro, let me finish. Hello. Okay.
I feel like I was gonna say something.
Oh,
You were.
yeah. Go ahead.
You're right.
You remember?
You're so right.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh yeah, but it kind of works out sometimes. Because certain things you do on a whim, and it's just kind of like I get roped into it. If other people are involved, it's like a lot easier. Like Monday night group
That's
that
what
we
I
go to.
That's how it was for me with Shirley Hills in general.
Oh yeah, right.
Now I'm in Shirley Hills. I'm going to be playing piano for Shirley Hills
Hey.
this month by the end of the month.
Yeah.
It's like, dang.
So the college group we all go to, my dad was just one night because my dad does music stuff at the church, and the guy who runs it is also like
when
a
I first went
music
to
guy.
Shirley Hills, I loved it.
And so I guess they were talking about it or something. I wasn't the biggest fan of Shirley Hills when I first started.
Everybody's
That's like the opposite of me. Like, when I first got there, I loved it.
I mean, I was coming from a church though.
At
That,
Shirley Hills.
Let me move over so you don't get struck by lightning.
I was coming from a church that I've gone to my entire life, so that's mainly why. I was just kind of like mad because it kind of came out of nowhere. My mom was just like, "Yeah,
really?
for real." I mean, which I understand why, kind of, because like my sister, you know, like she was entering high school, and like there was no one there her age, like so she kind of needed friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Eventually, I did make friends, although at first no one talked to me at all.
Oh yeah.
Pretty
Yeah, I
fun
saw you. I
stuff.
was like,
What? No, you approached me first.
No,
Wait,
wait.
we were at Wednesday night, and Cody's
Yeah.
just like, "Hey, you remember me?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah."
we went to the same elementary school.
But yeah, so sometimes doing stuff on a whim does work out because people kind of like keep me there and hold me accountable, and I kind of need that. I can't just like do something on my own.
That's true.
I suck at that.
That's true.
Ethan, you got some?
What do you mean?
Like in general.
Yes. I don't think so.
Let's posture this for a second.
Actually, to add on to Jonathan's, like when I first got there to Shirley Hills, like I didn't like it much either.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, bro. My parents like made me come there. I was like, bro, I do not want to stay here. And eventually, like I saw like the youth group and everything. I was like, oh, it's pretty fun.
Oh, yeah.
Even though everybody in the youth group isn't like super welcoming all the time.
It grows on you, I guess.
I
But
only
eventually,
like-
it's like, dang. It's
I only
just
like a
pretty
few
cool.
people
Yeah.
in our no.
The only reason I'm here right now is because I don't even know how many years ago it was when I met Kobe
Oh yeah.
at Shalom.
Yeah.
We know each
Oh
other
my
for a
gosh,
while,
that
too.
was forever.
Kobe's the glue that holds us all together.
Really?
Am I?
To be honest, because you
No,
know.
I mean, I
everyone-
guess.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I do know like everybody.
You know
Yeah,
Steven
you knew
and
everyone
Aaron.
like separately from.
Yeah, that is true.
Did you?
Dang.
Wait a minute.
Steven, him,
Yeah, I
and
know
me
Jonathan.
first.
I knew Jonathan in elementary school.
Wait,
I knew.
you knew Steven because of Shalom too, though.
Yeah, I knew both of y'all like around the same time, like a long time ago. We always hung out together.
What made you
Then-
guys like start going to Shalom?
Because the school, you know, the school crafts. Like when we moved to
Oh,
111, they were our neighbors, and they invited us. I was like, I guess I'm gonna go here. Then I saw. Then we like all wore that same
wait,
hat.
mine's-
Remember that fedora hat we used to wear?
Oh,
yeah.
that was dumb.
That was hilarious.
I don't know why we did that.
I don't know anything that you guys are talking about.
Shalom.
Yeah.
We were
Weird.
talking about fedoras.
We were different back
Oh.
then. I remember.
Should we wear
I don't know
fedora?
why this memory came to my head, but I remember a long time ago, like me and you went for a run, and like I had drank some milk and I threw up or something.
Oh my god.
You remember that, John? That was a long time ago.
He spent the night. I'm sure we
Yeah.
stayed up super late, but the next
Good
morning we had a
story.
run, and he was gonna leave in the afternoon sometime.
Looking directly at the
Yeah.
camera.
But we were running, and then he just stops and just.
Breaking
Yeah.
We're just like, yo. Me and my sister were like, yo, you good?
I don't know.
I remember that.
I'm not.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
And now you guys are drinking milk here at James's house.
Oh, chalky milk
Yeah.
off screen.
Want to go
That's
for a
fine.
run?
Yeah, nah.
Right now? Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
What were we talking
Then I know
about?
James. I know James from New Hope. I guess
Oh.
a long time ago. We don't like. We weren't like friends like we are now, though.
Yeah.
Right.
I knew your mom.
I thought you met him at Warner Robins.
Yeah, but like,
But
we
before
knew
that.
we knew each other like way before that. But then we like actually became friends in high school.
Yeah. I knew of him.
Yeah,
And
and
then-
I knew of him too.
I think I remember your little, like what your little brother looked like more than you.
Caleb.
But
Crabbe.
yeah, because I always
Yeah.
saw him behind the desk with your mom whenever I had to check in.
There's probably still that big poster of Judah on that wall too. You know,
What?
you know those big baby posters they always put up. The pictures
Yeah.
of-
Yeah.
Yeah, there was always one of Judah like right there, and it's probably still there to be honest. If they didn't take him down.
Well, I mean, they remodeled the whole place. So.
Yeah, probably not there.
Did you and Miss Doyle? Or
Yeah,
just-
I was-
okay.
I was
Okay.
in
You were in
class.
both my classes.
Yeah, Miss Brooke. and-
Miss Brooks hated me.
Miss Brooks liked me.
That's crazy. I talked too much in her class.
I remember like the end of the class, the end of her class, like that writing thing.
Uh-huh.
I remember like the best score you could get was a 50, and I got like a 49. And she
Okay.
like pulled me aside. She was like, "Kobe, you're gonna get great." I'm like, every time I think about how bad I'm doing, every time I think about how bad I'm doing, I like look back and I'd be like, dang.
She gave me indefinite recess detention, and I would always go and be a good kid, and then she would like send me to get the bad kids who didn't come, and I'm like, lady, you're just gonna keep me in here? Like, these kids aren't even like listening to you. But yeah, I had gone to private school the year prior, so I was like ahead, so I already knew everything in the class, and so whenever like I would like act up in the class, she would try to catch me and be like, what's the answer to this, Jonathan? And I'd always get it right, so I think that's why she hated me. I tried to bribe her with a Mickey Mouse picture too.
Nice. At that age,
I just
you're already
randomly
bribing
drew.
people?
I randomly drew a Mickey Mouse picture.
Miss Doyle's
and
class
I was just like, okay.
Miss Doyle's class was like so chill. Like every time in the morning, she just let us stay in the computer lab, and like we never had to do any work.
Yeah, her class was chill.
Yeah,
She was cool.
I mean, we did like silent. We did some silent speedball game or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
And we like
was cool.
then people always stole the candy out her basket too.
I was homeschooled, so
Hell yeah, I was.
we used to be homeschooled. That's when we met. Like every Thursday,
Yep.
whenever my siblings were doing piano lessons,
Oh yeah, we did.
we
We
go
got
to
some time.
Lava's
Oh yeah,
house.
yeah. No, we like played
Yeah.
the Xbox and stuff.
I remember we just did that like.
We
every
played
Thursday.
Halo against each other.
Yeah.
I remember in elementary school, the kids always stole the computer, so I couldn't get on it. So I built like a lever out of wooden blocks. Hold up.
You built some lever.
Yes, hold up. So I put like a wooden block on the ground, and I put like a bar like this, and then I put like a block on one side, and it was like a makeshift catapult. It was like the giant blocks, like not Jenga. It was like the thick
What the
wooden
heck?
ones.
Oh,
And,
like
like,
the log thing.
It hit the ceiling or it hit your head?
It hit my head. I cut my eye open. Well, not my eye. I cut my eye.
Oh,
open.
so you were facing it as you did it?
Yeah.
You didn't jump with your back?
Why would you do that?
I was smart. I wasn't that smart. Okay. I don't know.
Well, why are all these
I
childhood
thought when you
memories
said the
flooding
kids
to my
stole the
head?
computer, at first I thought you meant like that.
No. There's just a memory. Like I did that for the same reason I tried to do a backflip when I never even attempted that before in the middle of a place full of concrete, and I busted my head open.
All right.
The first time I tried a backflip was on a trampoline, and I landed on my head, and like got a crick in my neck.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, I almost snapped my neck. And my mom told me that I almost snapped my neck, and so I was like, I'm not gonna do that again. And then it wasn't until way later that I actually tried it again.
I remember one time I was at my dad's house and I tried to do a backflip off of a couch, and I hit my head on a glass table, and I cut my head open again, and I had to go to the hospital. So
This one's great. Do you want grape or orange?
I don't think I've ever been to those.
Take a break.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, not like for like my own.
Do you have a straw?
for real?
No, I'll just make two. I have a key.
It's been a while. Remember when we were younger? Remember when me and Steve
Hold up,
were younger?
guys.
Wait, I was gonna wait till it
Juice
just edit
break.
this part out.
Juice grape.
Oh,
Nah, bro.
I don't even know what we've been talking about.
I was just going with the flow.
We gotta keep our.
Oh,
juice.
Me and
man.
Steve were younger. He used to like come over to my house. We like used to play on the DS. And like that, you know where that Taco Bell is on Watson? We used to always like ride our bike over there and just sit down. I don't know why we did that, but it was fun.
Why are you drinking your juice off screen?
Oh, I spilled some on my leg, so I was wiping it off.
So another quick question, right? So Jonathan, you mentioned starting things and then dropping them. So so
Yeah,
I
but-
believe all of us have like done that before. So why do you think we did that? Like, is it something about like passion just not being there anymore? And even if that is the
Honestly-
case, why is it just not there?
Honestly, I didn't do a whole lot of that just because I didn't do a whole lot of stuff because I was constantly home and wasn't a whole lot of opportunity with school and stuff. So I started like piano lessons and I did that for a little while. Didn't learn anything. Then I stopped. Tried guitar. Didn't work out. And then so I finally got back to piano.
Hey, you work.
That's pretty much all I picked up.
I don't know.
But I mean, because you focused on like only a couple things, like you really picked them up and got good at them. Whereas like
That's what people don't get. They're like, "Oh, you're so talented," but I'm like, it was kind of just like hard work. Like you just have to keep doing it over and over again.
Yeah.
Eventually, you can do it. Like
repetition.
I'm pretty good at watching anime.
I mean, yeah, my watching skills are pretty good.
That's
I'm not
another
bad at that.
is I didn't have time. Like
Yeah,
we weren't really allowed to in the first place. But now, like I don't even have time to watch anything.
Yeah.
And so I don't watch. Like I watch some YouTube and that's about it. I listen to podcasts. Honestly, like I don't even watch YouTube because I'm doing other stuff, and so I'm just listening to a podcast while
Yeah,
I'm doing
same.
other stuff. But
Podcasts are dope.
Whenever I would get grounded is when I played piano, and that's how I learned it. It was for me, I learned everything visually, and so I would just watch YouTube. They would sometimes allow me to do that while I was grounded, and I'll just play piano, and that's all I would do.
What about you, Cody?
What do you mean?
Like things you've tried to pick up, and then it just didn't work out.
I don't know.
And like why it didn't work out.
When I was younger, like I started, like my family's always been like sports oriented, I guess. Like I like played baseball, I guess, when I was really younger. And I don't think I was like always the best, but I did like all-star team like one time. That's not really amazing considering it's the rec league. But like I got that like one time. Then like when I think in like middle school, I tried basketball. I think for me, like because like I was like the oldest, and I didn't like have like somebody like close to my age to like look up to. Like I didn't have like a lot of self-confidence in myself, so I like built it up over the years.
Yeah.
People on my team are like jerks, dude. They're like, dang, we lost the game because of you. Because I was like, dang, I'm not playing basketball again. I always like playing basketball in the driveway, but like when I played on the team, I was like, dang.
They always blame the quiet kid.
Yeah, always.
Because you know, quiet kids don't really back themselves up, so they're just like, oh, let's pick on this kid. He's not talking anything back.
Yeah.
It took a lot of years to build up self-confidence in yourself, and like not care about what other people think about you and all that. So I guess I'm not completely 100% there all the time, but I got better, I guess. There's been I tried the piano a little bit, but I kind of like fell off. It's still kind of interesting sometimes. I'm probably more of a visual person like you too. Like I watch a YouTube video, but I can just pick it up.
Exactly.
So one of your reasons you stated was confidence, right? Mm-hmm. So is there any other reason? Like that you might have dropped something or just didn't follow through with it?
True. This probably goes... Maybe like when I was younger, like I didn't think there was like more things, but I don't know. I think it probably just was confidence. When I was younger, I didn't like try anything like more creative on the creative side. Like I always when I was younger, I always like grew up like on Disney. Like I already know that. And my mom always played Disney, and I always like sung around the house and all that. But I didn't like think that was like an actual thing like I could like pursue. So I was like, all right, let's just do this for fun. I like sung around the house. You sing in the shower. Everybody does it. I just sing in the shower, you know. I watch movies.
Like my family's always been very musically talented on the music side, but like I never had confidence whatsoever to sing, so I never actually sang around anybody. I still don't really sing around my parents, just because for some reason there's always this like when we do family events and stuff. Yeah, I'll sing. But like I'm always self-conscious about that.
Yeah, my parents in my house, like everybody always sings. Like my dad, I mean, they be doing some weird stuff. They be like singing out loud. I'm like, all right, I can sing too. But like my mom always singing. My house, like everybody's like they like make it known that you can be comfortable with everybody.
Yeah,
that's what I like about them.
Yeah, my dad always sings too.
Yeah, he does.
My dad and sister mainly. Oh no, me. I'm probably like between them. My dad's the most. I'm probably second most, and my sister.
I remember when I was younger, I used to always say, like, my dad was like, "Why don't you do this, Kobe?" I'd be like, "I can't." He'd be like, "Don't ever say that again. Can't is not a word." I'm like, actually, it is.
Shut up.
So I was gonna save this for later, but I guess we can go ahead and hit on that now. Like in America, especially the land, it's like literally called the land of opportunity, right? Because you can grow up to be whatever you want without people telling you like you have to be something. And we have like so many different sources in media, especially, that tell us like you can do anything as long as you put your heart into it and your will and
that's not anime.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff, right? So was there a certain point when you guys just realized like putting my will and effort into it just isn't enough?
No, I never committed to something long enough to do that.
I know there has been some time. Like when I was like probably like playing basketball at high school, like you see some kids they're like better than you, they be dunking and everything. Like dang. Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't think like I couldn't reach that level. I was like, I don't really feel like working that hard to get to that level.
And that's another thing is focus, because like you see so many, any area you go into, there's always going to be somebody better.
Yeah.
And you know that's usually because that's all they do.
Yeah.
And so they're known for that.
I think with me like being like the oldest brother, like I'm always like obviously better than my younger siblings. So like I didn't like grow up with that feeling of like, dang, am I like worse than them? I always grew up with the feeling of I'm better than everybody. I'm always beating everybody. And then I realized that when I go to school, I'm not better than everybody.
So I guess this kind of leads into the whole talent versus like hard work debate thing. So which side do you guys think wins?
I think talent leads to tendencies to actually put in work. So I think talent, you maybe have something there that makes it a little bit easier for you. Well, honestly, makes it less hard for you, I guess, would be the better way to put it. But then that kind of, because you see that you're kind of good at something, it makes you want to put in more work. And so you end up just working a lot harder than everybody else at that one thing. So.
Like for somebody who's working super hard and they go against somebody that's talent, like they can't do it with that same type of finesse, I guess.
Like the natural born.
They like that natural type of talent. Like if you try to do a move, like you can work hard and do it and you can get good. But like the way that person does it, who has the talent to do it, like Michael Jordan, like he can do moves a certain way that other people can't do it. Because like he has that talent. His body was naturally made to do that.
Yeah.
And people who work hard, like they can work hard, but they're not gonna reach the.
So do you think you can just make your way like to the top purely off of hard work?
You can.
Yeah. You good.
You get lucky.
A lot of time what stops people from continuing that hard work in the way that they need to be the best is financially.
Yeah.
Because you see there's so many people who don't have the money to do something, pursue something, but they're so good.
They're so good at
it.
Yeah.
And you knew that if they had an opportunity. That's why I think jumping from different places and grasping every opportunity is the best way to do it. Because once some people who had nothing are given an opportunity, they can take off and like become the best at that thing.
I feel like another thing that stops people that are just hardworking is they look like they'll go into the field and like, all right, I'm willing to give my heart into this, and they'll like maybe example, right? So let's say basketball, right? Since we already use Michael Jordan, let's say somebody wants to go in and we're like, all right, I'm willing to put in the work, the effort, whatever it takes, and they go in and they see all these other people who are talented, like just naturally talented. I mean, that can be pretty disheartening to somebody who's like, they'll just start putting in work because like, okay, I can be as good as them even if they do have talent, but it just doesn't work out that way because some people are just naturally gifted. So.
Yeah. You going off that boxer type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
boxer.
I was thinking.
That one kid who lost talent or something. Well, he lost
talent was hard work.
Yeah. Yeah. Like sometimes hard work could outdo it. I don't know. It depends on like how good that person's talent is.
Well, usually when people like try things in life, it's usually things they're talented at, right?
Yeah. Usually like usually when somebody has like a really good talent for something, like they like really love it or something. I guess.
Yeah.
Like I really like basketball. And like I wouldn't say my talent's super high, but like it would be different than somebody else who didn't like basketball. So like they don't like it and they put hard work, it's not gonna show in their body because they don't love what they're doing. But with somebody who likes doing it, like dang, I like doing this. I'm gonna move with it, but.
So what about people?
That's what I was feeling about my dad's. There are a lot of kids who pick up on whatever their dad's doing, whatever their mentor is, and they end up being pretty good at it, and like that's what they do.
Yeah.
But with my dad, he does programming, and every time like I will try to sit there, and whenever the way he is whenever somebody else is around, he talks out loud 24/7. And so I was trying to sit there.
Can we just die? Yeah.
Oh well.
We got this.
But
we're just gonna keep talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
But every time I'll try to sit there and listen to him talk about it and show me stuff, I was just not interested whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely does play a role. And if you're really interested in something, you really do want to get good at it, then you'll automatically, especially with school, like you can tell, like there's certain things in school that you're more interested in, like
language arts and stuff.
Different subjects and like different homework you get. If you're not into it, it is so hard to focus and do it right. But then if you're actually interested in it, like I had a history, like my last history paper or something was like supposed to be a like picture project thing, whatever, and you just had to do a bunch of research on it. And I did research on the atomic bomb, and I was actually really interested into it.
Yeah.
And so I spent hours actually doing it, and I got 100 on it because I was actually interested in it.
Yeah.
And so I think interest definitely does play a huge role in that. And I think nowadays, because of how easy it is to be entertained and to be interested, like things capture your interest, then I think a lot of people are just so lazy towards that they don't actually want to pick up something.
Yeah.
I think with me now, like I have to like with the whole like dropping stuff and everything, I think I need to like try to like pick up new things maybe. Like I'm like in a steady pace right now maybe. Like just try more things maybe. I can see and it's like try to get to the limits of what I can actually do.
What about you, John? You got anything?
Or I usually need someone to kind of rope me in.
Oh yeah.
I don't really like.
I'm like that sometimes.
I'm not super passionate myself. I'm a pretty passive person. I like to chill.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty content with that most of the time. So it's not like I'm like getting mad at myself for like, why can't you be more passionate?
Yeah.
Why can't you?
Why can't
do
you
this?
feel?
Why can't you feel anything?
Yeah.
Although I did have a problem with that in high school. But,
Why can't you feel anything, Jonathan? Just beating up yourself.
Actually, that did happen at one point. I'm not gonna lie. There was a period of time in like middle
Why am
school
I
to
like
high
this?
school where
Yeah.
like I felt no emotions. And I was just like, yeah, that was a really sad time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
I just got
technically
through
it
that,
wasn't sad.
but that's another story for another time.
yeah, it wasn't sad actually because I
'Cause you
didn't
didn't
feel
really feel
sad.
it.
Because I'd be like, I'd think that too. I'd be like, man, I don't feel anything. I'm
Yeah.
like, isn't that supposed to be sad?
Yeah.
But you know,
You
it's
didn't feel
fine.
anything
Now I
about it.
feel pretty happy about things, and I'm pretty content with my life. Although, a lot of times, like I said, other people have a big effect on me. So if someone makes me feel as if I'm not doing enough, it can actually make me feel like I need to do more. So like, if my mom like thinks I'm lazy for some reason, you know, and she gets on to me, it like gives me super anxiety.
Oh, yeah, that's me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But other
I think
than
that's
that, I'm
Moms
chill.
just like affect the entire atmosphere.
Right. Other than that, I'm just like chilling, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. Like,
Yeah.
whoa, I can just like sleep.
Well, I think I don't know. I don't want to speak for our entire sex, but I think most guys tend to be more chill about things. You know,
I guess.
like we just tend to be more.
Not Kyle.
Oh, yeah, but I think what I've realized especially, that's why they make really good moms, because, you know, if can you imagine if both the parents were as chill as the dad?
Nah,
that would be so.
Bro,
That
my
would
dad
be
stayed chilling, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, Saturday, my dad's
Exactly.
like chilling, like, oh, this gonna be a good day. All of a sudden, my mom, I'm like, what's that? It's time to clean. I'm like, what? It's the Sabbath.
The Sabbath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
boy
why,
really don't work on the Sabbath.
if that wasn't there, there would be a lot of bad things. But I definitely do
Yeah.
think that guys generally are more chill. So
Yeah. Nice.
Moms be having some good timing. I actually have a good example this morning. Like, I just got off work. It was like one of those easy lemon shifts or something at Chick-fil-A. I was just squeezing lemons. And I got back home like at 10. I was like, dang, I can relax now. I'm finna go back to sleep. And I just relaxed. I took my uniform off, and I got into bed. I was like, dang, it's time to watch JoJo's and relax. I laid down, and all of a sudden my phone starts ringing. My mom was like, Kobe, come on, we have to go to the store. I was like, what the heck?
Oh my god.
For real. Yeah. Whenever I'm trying
It's
to chill,
like
my
a-
mom will just be like, hey, you need to clean your room.
Yeah.
And then I don't do it right away because I'm like, oh yeah, and I'll put it in my mind.
Yeah,
Because I
me
know
too.
I'm gonna do it later. But
yeah, like my
that
mom, she's
doesn't
like,
fly with her.
yeah.
Really. She's
That's-
like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
Same.
You didn't clean your room. Why are you out of the house?
like the
Stuff
perception
like
of
that.
time is like way different. Look, they tell you like 10 seconds, like 10 seconds ago. Like, can you grab that towel? It's been 5 seconds. Like, get the towel. It's been 10 minutes. I'm like, what? You just told me that 5 seconds ago. I'm like,
So
what?
being that this is a dangerous subject,
Actually, yeah, it's.
I'm okay, so
say it, though.
speaking future wise, right? So what do you think are some things that you need to do personally, like as far as the future goes, to make sure you get to where you want to be or need to be?
Well, I already established I have no clue what I'm doing, and I don't know what I want to do, and I have no passion. So I guess
For me, I think there's like more passions that I haven't found yet. I think I need to go after the stuff that I actually like now. Like, I wanted to try theater or something. I don't really know if I would be good, but I want to try it.
Theater?
Yeah, I want to try things that I actually wanted to
it
try
can
before.
be cool.
Yeah,
I think you'd be pretty good at acting.
I don't know. I want to try it.
I think I could be pretty good. I want to try voice acting too.
Yeah, I would try that too.
That sounds fun.
Oh yeah, you want to do that dubbing video?
Yeah.
We should do it as a group. That would be
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Like what is it called? I mean, there are dubs, but there's I don't remember.
A term for it. I
Yeah.
forgot what it was too.
Like a braid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bridge.
bridge,
Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
those are fun.
A bridge.
Okay.
What about you, Ethan? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm sure he would do.
I mean, yeah. if it's another thing we can do, that could, possibly.
No, I meant like future wise.
Oh,
Like, yeah, and this
Yeah,
is
we're
like
not
our
talking
closing
about that
thing.
no more.
Future wise, what I really want to do is skits, just because I think that would be really fun and very easy views, like eye catching type of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Wait, were we talking about NoDream stuff or like what do we need to do though?
I mean, it can really be anything.
Oh, I thought we were talking
Because
about
like, I mean, if you think about it, NoDream isn't technically locked into like one area or one zone. like it's really, you know, I hate to put it this way, like we heard in Uganda, love God, do what you want. Because I mean, if you love God and you're doing what you want, then both of them are going to align together, right? Yeah. So whatever skills, whatever talents we find that we're good at, NoDream is like the mechanism by which we do that.
That dude was like an older version of Ethan.
Yeah, yeah.
He the dude told us that.
Like, he was like more like zenned out.
Yeah, he was like a Jonathan version. But he was like looked like Ethan.
He looked like Ethan, but he was like you, but like
cooler. Nah,
but cooler. Cooler in the sense. Cooler in the sense of he was chiller.
No one say chiller.
It was like he was high 24/7.
Oh yeah.
Everyone tells me that all the time.
What?
Yeah, in high school, everyone would be like, "Oh, are you high?" I'd be like, "Nah." Like, you just look high. I'd just be sitting there too, like I wasn't saying anything. He'd be like, "Bro,
you would be
look
thinking
high."
I'm sad at work. I'd be like working. Like, see, I'm just like doing some stuff. They're like, "Why are you so sad?"
This was
What you mean? I'm at work. You want me to be? Yeah. You want me to be smiling?
Squeezing lemons happy.
Yeah.
I'm having a great day today.
Yup.
It's so sad, Kobe. I'm not.
I'm at work. We're gonna be happy.
It's my normal face.
My mom does that too. You know what? I don't care anymore. Whatever. Yeah, like I have like a blank face, I guess. Like you know, like guys in general have like the nothing box. Like you guys can really just be like, I'm thinking about nothing, and they'll actually be thinking about nothing. So like I'll just be chilling, thinking about nothing. I'm like, why are you mad? Why are you sad?
Yeah.
Are you upset with me? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, I'm just chilling. She's like, no, you're not. And
you can't win in an argument with women.
Exactly.
Even if you don't talk,
I don't know what
offensive.
it is. It's like their memory works different from ours. Like our memory is like we remember like certain specific events, right?
Yeah.
But theirs is like a swirling hurricane of papers with like times, date stamps, like all sorts of minute details.
They added more spices in there. They added something in there.
And like they can reach out in the hurricane and grab a piece of paper to fill their argument. And there's just no.
You could like trip. You could like drop their phone on accident. They added like 10 million other things that happened within the course of that action or something.
Yeah.
He looked mad. He bite the booger on the phone. Like what? When did that happen?
And then you try to
Hold up. Nah, I saw his hand. He threw it. The veins were popping in his arm. Like what? How did you see that?
And then you try to step on it.
Yeah.
You should have heard what he said before he did it.
It just gets so much
like
exaggeration and all that.
Like, dang, very cool.
I don't know why. I just feel like I need to talk about that.
Yeah.
But great. Yeah. So I guess in the end, we did kind of end up talking about progress and like the whole, like where we started at and where we are now and where we want to go.
I guess it's like a podcast of our life, like what's happening and what we want to happen.
Yeah, it's kind of like a catch up type
Podcast of our life.
This is usually how our podcast goes.
Is
So
it?
we say we're gonna talk about something.
Wait,
and we
this
go.
is a podcast? That was a toecast.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Actually, half the time our podcasts don't go.
Yeah, they don't. They don't really go.
Why
They
we
don't
change
go.
that?
They-
What is podcast? Podcast.
They lay.
Well,
We lock
okay.
them up in a vault because things happen.
So when we were talking, what?
Wait, what?
When we were talking about names for the podcast, at first I wanted to be obviously the first idea, since we're NoDream, would to make it Dreamcast, but we
Like your
can't
gaming console.
exactly because our gaming console. Well, actually, I think we still could have done it.
Or Dreamercast.
I don't know, but I mean we kind of already set it on like regardless the NoDream podcast, something like that. So I guess we're kind of stuck with that. Well, not really. We can do a name change, but whatever.
Very cool podcast.
The very cool podcast. I mean, hey, it could work.
I don't know.
It sounds nice. It's
I just
pleasing.
wanted to say something.
The podcast that never guessed.
The what?
Whatever. So, closing remarks. Anything you guys want to say before we close it up?
No.
Nothing.
Life ain't nobody game, cook.
All right, Ethan.
Nah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do in the future. I mean, this is the first time we set up the new mic setup or whatever, so we'll see how it turns out. But hopefully we can get everything working right to where things will look better, sound better, have a nice setup.
Yeah, that'll be great.
We've been starting up meeting more, I guess. So hopefully we can start doing more content.
Yeah, once we learn how everything works and
we're definitely gonna try to do more stuff too, like the skits, like Ethan was saying.
Oh.
Like maybe like the abridged stuff. We're gonna try that.
Yeah, definitely more YouTube stuff. I don't think I mentioned this at all, but we're going to be posting more. Well, I'm going to be posting more on Insta. Get the Instagram pages back running. So if you want to stay with the updates, you can check all of our Instas. They'll be down in the description below. And remind me to add you to the NoDream Records page with all that, so you can be linked to the account there. But anyway, I hope you guys. You got something covered?
Oh man.
Oh, so I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Leave a like, bells, all that stuff. Kyle will kill me if I didn't say that. And remember, we got No Dream, both of one dream, praise of one king. Adios.
See you guys later.